Plato's theory of forms begins with the claim that the physical world is not the most real level of existence, but rather a flawed reflection of something more fundamental. According to Plato, beyond what we can see and touch exists a realm of forms, abstract, perfect, and unchanging entities that define the true essence of things. These forms are more real than the objects we experience, and they ground everything from mathematical truths to moral and aesthetic ideals like goodness and beauty. To better understand this, it helps to think of reality as structured in layers rather than as a single flat plane. This diagram here represents the full structure of Plato's view. At the top, you see, is the realm of true being, where the highest forms exist, especially the forms of good, which Plato saw as the ultimate source of truth and reality. And these forms are perfect and do not change. Now, below that is the world of the senses, where we live. This is the realm of physical objects, time, and space. Everything here is unstable. It changes, decays, it never fully reaches perfection. At the bottom are shadows and imitations, copies of copies like reflections or images. These are the least real, yet they are often what people mistake for reality. The key idea is that reality is hierarchical. The further you move upward, the more real and true things become. Now, to demonstrate this, let's take beauty, for example. At the top is the form of beauty itself. It is perfect and unchanging. Beneath that is our conceptual understanding of beauty, followed by individual beautiful things, like a person or a flower. At the bottom, we see representations of those things, like paintings, photos, reflections. Each step downward is a step further from what beauty actually is. A painting of a flower is not a flower, and the flower itself is not beauty. It only participates in it imperfectly. So when we recognize beauty, Plato would argue that we are not inventing it. We are simply encountering a reflection of something higher. Everything is in two main categories. You have the world of being and the world of becoming. The world of being is the reality of forms, the realm of forms rather. It's eternal and fully real. The world of becoming is the physical world where everything is in flux, constantly changing, and is never fully complete. And this sort of connects to Plato's broader philosophy. Most people live in the world of becoming, relying on perception and mistaking appearances for reality. Philosophy, then, is the movement upward from changing appearances to unchanging truth. What ultimately follows from this is Plato's view of knowledge itself. If the physical world is always unchanging, it cannot serve as a stable foundation for truth. Real knowledge then must come from understanding what does not change, that being the forms. But we never fully access them directly. We live among imperfect copies, using things like reason to reach towards something more precise than anything we can actually see. And that leaves us with the central tension in Plato's thought. That, of course, being we are always caught between what appears to be real and what actually is.